Your bite-sized daily roundup of the biggest news from the world of film. This is the Daily Reel with Van Connor.
Good morning, it's Wednesday, June the 23rd. Birthday to Joel Edgerton, Selma Blair, Brian Brown, and Oscar winner Frances McDormand. It's the day Burton's Batman changed the industry forever in 1989 when it opened alongside Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Pocahontas came out in 1995, and most crucially, White Chicks opened today in 2004. And whilst nothing can possibly be as groundbreaking as that, here's what's going on today in 2021. Newcomer Rachel Zegler has been cast as the original Disney princess in the studio's forthcoming live-action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. To be directed by the Amazing Spider-Man's Mark Webb, the adaptation will reportedly be an expanded reimagining of the 1937 classic that birthed an entire genre, with Benj Pasek and Justin Paul, composers for Hugh Jackman's beloved musical The Greatest Showman, set to pen brand new music for the project. The live-action remake game's been ludicrously profitable for the House of Mouse and has earned the company an astounding $8.8 billion since 2010, which probably explains why, on top of Snow White, Disney also currently has in development The Little Mermaid, The Jungle Book 2, The Lion King 2, Aladdin 2, Hunchback, Bambi, Hercules, Cruella 2, Peter Pan and Wendy, Pinocchio, The Sword and the Stone, Robin Hood, and Lilo and Stitch. As for Rachel Zegler, she's had a busy time of it lately. She's currently filming the DC Comics sequel Shazam! Fury of the Gods, and can be seen making her big screen debut in Steven Spielberg's adaptation of West Side Story, due out on the 10th of December. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, meanwhile, is evidently being fast-tracked, and is set to commence shooting next year.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty, but hold, a lovely maid I see.
Oscar nominees Jake Gyllenhaal and Vanessa Kirby have signed on to lead survival thriller Suddenly. The film, set to be written and directed by Palme d'Or-winning screenwriter Thomas Bidigan, will adapt French author Isabelle Autissier's novel Soudain Seul, or Suddenly Alone, which follows a couple stranded on an island in the South Atlantic during their dream holiday and who are forced to fight for survival or perish. The best-selling novel was celebrated upon its release in 2005 for exploring themes about the dynamics of human relationships and the expectations and realities of our modern society. Yeah, it's one of those. In a statement, Bidigan said, "With Suddenly, I wanted to analyse the deep dynamics of a relationship stripped of all the artifices of the modern world. Jake and Vanessa are a dream pairing who elevate the project to an entirely new dimension and who are ideal partners for making the film." No production schedule for Suddenly has been announced as yet.
Just like the CIA, always flexing the wrong muscle. You know, the mind is the strongest muscle in the body. Maybe you should try exercising that a little bit more.
There's more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophies.
Oh, let me guess. That Bruce Lee?
No. Nietzsche. Because I'm flexing this. And all of that.
And finally, the Transformers franchise is set to roll out into a whole new era, quite literally, as they've announced the next live-action film in the series will be titled Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. 90s kids will know exactly what that title implies, but just to confirm, the new film is indeed set to draw upon elements from the popular Beast Wars cartoon and line of action figures. For those not up on their convertible robot mythology, however, 1996's Beast Wars Transformers was a series ostensibly positioned as a sidequel to the original 80s cartoon. Taking place in the millennia during which the Autobots and Decepticons lay in hibernation on prehistoric Earth, their consciousnesses are placed within new bodies which can all transform into animals. The beings, unaware of their past, soon form factions to do battle as the heroic Maximals, led by the gorilla Optimus Primal, and the evil Predacons, led by the fearsome T-Rex Megatron. The new film, meanwhile, will continue the story of 2018's Bumblebee and will take place in 1994, following In the Heights' Anthony Ramos and Judas and the Black Messiah's Dominique Fishback as they team up with Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and the rest of the Autobots in a brand new story. Not only will Rise of the Beasts introduce the Maximals and the Predacons, but a fifth faction will be joining the fray as well, the monstrous Terracons, led by an evil doppelganger of Optimus Prime named Scourge, because Lord knows we need to sell those toys. The feature's set to be directed by Creed 2's Stephen Caple Jr. and is set for release on the 24th of June next year.
Across the galaxy, it has come to this, Optimus Primal. Face to face, tooth to claw. Yes, Have you anything to say?
I'd say that's prime. Let's do it!
Netflix today are adding the romantic caper Good on Paper and the crime documentary Murder by the Coast, while Mubi subscribers can stream Lewis Carr's Circumstantial Pleasures. Freeview today sees the airing of Terminator 2 Judgment Day on ITV4, Meet Dave and Bad Times at the El Royale are on Film 4, Eli Roth's remake of Death Wish is on the Paramount Network, you can see Good Will Hunting on 5 USA, the remake of Carrie on 5 Star, and great movies have got Jenny's Wedding, Burlesque, I Am Wrath, and How I Spent My Summer Vacation. While the Sky Cinema and Now premiere for today is the Egyptian set romantic drama Luxor. That was your Daily Reel for Wednesday the 23rd of June, but keep it cinematic and we'll see you tomorrow.
The Daily Reel is a Candystore production, presented by Van Connor and written by Calvin Prickett. All information is correct at the time of writing, and source links are in the description for each episode. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe on all good podcast platforms, or ask Alexa to install the Daily Reel skill for your morning flash briefing. Follow the show on social at Daily Reel Pod, and we'll be back every weekday. Until then, keep it cinematic.